So whether you're single, you've just entered a relationship, or you've been in one for ages, you might be curious and you may be wondering, how do people actually save money in relationships? And I actually got a comment on one of my videos asking a question on this very topic. So I thought I may as well do a whole video on this because I'm in a relationship, and if you guys didn't know, I am currently engaged. So I'm going to be talking through the ways that I've been able to save money whilst I've been in a relationship. Because as some of you may already know as well, I currently save over £1,000 a month. And I'm happy to say I'm still able to save that much money despite me being in a relationship. So I'm hoping some of these tips will help in some way. Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Millennial, and on this channel I talk about all things to do with money, your career, and having a positive mindset for success. So if that does sound great to you, then be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell notification below so you don't miss out on any new videos. Now, I do feel like saving money can be difficult, and I've definitely experienced this before. It did actually take me quite a long time for me to start building habits and saving quite a lot of money. So honestly, I'm not even surprised that people do struggle with this. And I do feel like it can be even more difficult when you bring in things like dating into the picture, or if you've just started a relationship, or if you've genuinely just got friends that want to hang out and see you. But let me tell you, when I really decided that I was going to start saving hardcore, I needed to make sacrifices. And those sacrifices led to quite a few changes, especially in my relationship. Because during that time, not only was I trying to save as much money as possible, I was trying to save that money to pay off my debt. So I was really trying to pay that off quickly, which meant that there were a few things I did to save as much as possible, but also to make sure that I was still having fun in my relationship. And now you're probably thinking, great story, Veronia, but what are these tips? So the first tip I would say is to really try and set goals and actually communicate that to your partner. Now, I do know that money can be a taboo subject, and I'm not just even talking about in relationships, I'm talking about in friendships, in the workplace, just everywhere. I just feel like no one likes to talk about money. But honestly, guys, I do think it's so important, and I think that the more transparent we are, the more we're able to understand people's situations. And we don't have to be ashamed when we do talk about money. So for me personally, I would be outlining my goals from the get-go. And let me tell you, when I was trying to save money and pay off my debt, I needed to let my partner know. I actually told him exactly when I wanted to pay my debt off, how much I would want to be saving once it has been paid off. I spoke about saving for an emergency fund, my investment plans, the whole shebang. Now, I don't think you need to be asking the person how much they're saving on the first date, but once you do start to get serious, I do think outlining your goals and talking about your financial plans is quite important. And you might actually find once you've communicated your goals that your partner will want to support you with it. So when there are times that you can't spend money because you're trying to save up for something, they will hopefully understand. I would also try to align your goals as well. So when I was talking about my financial plans, I really wanted to find out what his goals were as well. Now, if you have told them your goals and they're still expecting you to be spending money on things that you don't need or you don't want, then maybe they're just not the right person for you. Yeah, hiya, can I get the shrimp cocktail, the lobster, the sweet potato fries? I have a bit of chocolate cake and ice cream, please. You don't mind paying, right? But before I get questions, I'm not a counsellor or financial advisor. All I'm trying to do is just share my own personal experiences. But if one of your main goals is to save a lot of money, then I would encourage you to communicate that as much as possible. Now, the next tip I would give is try to cut costs with your dates. And I do feel like this is the interesting one. Guys, rather than going out to eat, you can eat at home. I am telling you, if you go to M&S or Tesco, there are some premium dime for two deals, and they are affordable, and the taste, honestly, I'm telling you, it is worth the money. And it's actually something that me and my partner do all the time. Honestly, guys, M&S used to do £10 dime for two. I don't know if it's still £10 anymore because I haven't gone to M&S in ages. But yeah, meal for two, starter, main, dessert, drink. What more could you want? I'm telling you guys, eat at home is the way to go. Have a few candles, have music in the background, and you're in a restaurant basically. But if you do feel like you do need to eat out, then there are a couple of things that I've been able to save money on as well. Firstly, go to lunch instead of dinner. Honestly, because dinner is so popular with customers, restaurants are able to increase prices, whereas because lunch isn't usually that popular, they are more likely to have deals so that they can attract more customers. So if you can, definitely go out for lunch. And you might even find that some of your favorite but expensive places are actually doing deals during lunchtime. The second thing, go out during the weekdays instead of the weekends. It's the same with lunchtime and dinner. Obviously, restaurants are usually more busy during the weekend than the weekday. So if you choose to go out during the weekday, particularly Monday to Wednesday, you'll probably find that there are some good deals to be had. And then there's student discounts. So if you are a student, make sure that you're asking restaurants if they do take student discount, because even though they might not display it anywhere, usually you'll find some restaurants that do deals for students specifically. Now, if you're looking for more activities, you'll be surprised at what you can do at a limited cost or even something that's free. Especially if you live in a city like London, you will always always find free things to do. You just need to do your research. But guys, there's entertainment at home as well. You can also cook together, you might watch movies, you might even have a games night as well. You don't need to spend a lot of money. And if you want to leave the house, go for a romantic stroll, go for a bike ride. Just a side note, if you follow me on Instagram, you will know that I have finally bought my bike because I only learned how to ride a bike a few months ago. So going on bike rides for a day, honestly, guys, I'm so excited. Trust me guys, you do not need to be spending so much money on dates. You don't need to be going out to eat at the Shard every single date night. So your bill comes to £200. Would you like to pay cash or card? Do you take American Express? Of course. Please don't decline. Please don't decline. Please don't decline. The next tip I would give is please do not go into debt. Please guys, it's just not worth it. If you don't have the cash, it's okay. Stay at home. Please do not be going out on extravagant dates when you know you can't afford it. Guys, listen to your Auntie V. I'm begging you. Please don't be going into debt for dates. I mean, it probably seems great when you get to go to Hakkasan and the Shard for dinner every week and you decide to just put it on your credit card. But what happens when the payment is due? So if we go here, I'll be about £200 in credit card debt. Let me just look at the terms. 30% interest rate, but it's the Shard. Trust me guys, you just don't need that stress. And if you're already in debt, and I'm talking about high interest debt like credit cards, store cards, car loans, then I would encourage you to really try and pay that off quickly. Again, I do have a couple of videos on how you can pay off your debt fast, so I'll be sure to put the links in the description below. Now being aware, I'm not saying that you shouldn't go on dates if you are actually in debt, but if I was you, I would be trying to go out as cheaply as possible. So if you're in that situation, I would be trying to look at free and cheap things to do instead. And that's exactly what I did when I was trying to pay off my debt. Again guys, you can eat at home. So the next tip I would give is to create sinking funds. So if you don't know what a sinking fund is, you are basically setting aside money each time for something. So that could include things like any holidays or presents. And I found that this works really well when I'm trying to get any Christmas or birthday presents for my partner. So if I'm looking to get a Christmas present, I'll usually set aside money maybe 11 or 12 months in advance. And that really helps, especially if you're looking to get an expensive present. So basically when it comes to presents, I'll have a rough estimation of the cost, and then I'll work out how much I actually need to save per month to get to that cost. So for example, if I wanted to spend about £100 on my partner's birthday present, if I was doing this 10 months in advance, that means I would only need to save about £10 a month. It's the same with experiences, so if I know that I do want to take my partner out for his birthday, I'll probably start planning 3 or 4 months before so that I can create a sinking fund for that event as well. So another way I've been able to save money in my relationship is by actually creating a budget. Now I know I say this in a lot of videos, but guys, it works wonders, trust me. Because when I create a budget, that means that essentially I can allocate money to those dates. So usually if it's something big like an anniversary, then I'll probably have a separate category for it. But if it's just a normal date, then I'll usually just include that in my eating out or entertainment category. And that means that I can actually plan exactly how much I want to spend on dates every single month. I also let my partner know so he's aware as well, because if there's a particular month where I just can't spend that much on dates, there's no surprises because he already knows what's in my budget. Now if you don't already know, I do already have a couple of budgeting videos, so I'll be sure to put those in the description below. But basically, when the money's finished in the budget, it's finished. So we better find something cheap to do. Hey, my budget says I have no money left for eating out. So do you want to go for a bike ride or watch a movie at home? I'm happy to go anywhere that's free. Now personally, I don't think there's any shame in cutting costs where you need to, because at the end of the day, sometimes we just need to make sacrifices. Plus, my budget has helped me to save over £1,000 a month, so I really can't complain. And again, it's your lucky day because I already have a detailed video on how I've been able to save that much every single month. So of course, links will be in the description below. So if you did like this video, then please do give me a thumbs up, as it really does help to support the channel. And let me know in the comments, have you been trying to save money recently? I do post every single Friday, so please do subscribe to my channel if you would like to know more, and I will see you next Friday.